Malang mai lau maria ho eiki pe pe fo ki he Tonga mo wulan kotoa mo me mai ki he polokalama ko ia a le te o TWN pe ko Tonga World News I he fiafini. Ko e fiafi doble lulueni a ho watolueni o September wa fe ma wataha pe aku mau tari lea ki motoro he fiafini. E ki mua pa ho toi hoko atu. E whakahokorewa tau lotu kamata e whakahokatia e Dr. Ray Ebrahim, pia mo ki mau a whoki Emeline, pia mo Brenda Kongaika, mau co-hosta te programa I he whiawhini malo.
Tauloto, our Father who art in heaven, thanks for a beautiful day you gave us. Thanks for still protecting us from the disease and from the sinner, from the devil. We pray to give us the wisdom to open our mind. We pray for our king in Tonga. We pray for the government. We pray for the people. We pray for all the people they have responsibility towards us in health and in political too as well. We pray for our sister Tupohelo to rest in peace and our sister Pastor Lucy to rest in peace in heaven. And we pray to support us to achieve our work in perfect way with ethics and truth. In Jesus' name, listen to our prayer. Amen.
Amen.
Oni.
Alo, kalau lele atau kau olah ke programa, famala Dr. Ray atau lotu, kau fi double friend aho watolo September kata programa ni ke programa me ngai fataki mo ai kai tangata ka ki ni ko topik ni o ku talamai ke fo e me ala he nimba fo quality e nimba ki he tangata takilelei ai ko lagi ko communication ni ai ko fitu taki wa ko visone tolu koe ongo I ofai koe ongo I pepe kau ngā mamahi pe koe ongo I I think I'm not sure if we have a letter don't get Brenda, but more accountability. I have accountability because they hang out or let's say own it, eh? I think that's the best
You
way
got
to
it.
do it.
Yeah.
Ako fika ni maleva ko gratitude. Ay ko te ngoi fa malo ia he ah ko to pe me ko to pe ko hanga o to mai ka kita and welcome back Dr. Ray, the expert when it comes to man leadership.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And this will be an open platform dialogue, and then we're just gonna let's say give it back to you, Dr. Ray, because you are the man leadership in the house. So let's get right into our topic tonight.
Okay. So the topic, I want you to go point by point because all
Yes.
the point is not
Yes.
in my brain.
Yeah.
Yes, the very
You're
first
good.
one is communication, Dr. Ray. So I translate them in the Tongan. So now it comes back to you. The 5 essential of a good man leader is number 1 is communication. So let's talk about communication. How do you communicate not only at home, not only to your wife, to the kids, but at the same time at your profession, at your work.
Workplace.
Let's talk about that, eh?
Okay. In communication, when we talk about communication, we start from the first thing, the ear. So the good communication starts from good listening.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That's why God gave us the ear above the mouth. So to listen before you talk.
Okay. So the ear is higher than the mouth, eh? I have Dr. Ray, ko lucky me ape o me ko fitutaki ko tau teringa, eh? Pagona uhinga ko na mahe o tua teringa ke ki malunga he ngutu o fema ke tau lak pandongo ki mo ke tau lea, eh? Yes, that's very good, Dr. Ray. So now I know why they position the ear above the mouth, eh?
Yeah, otherwise it would be down here or
Yeah,
somewhere
that's so
else.
true.
Yeah, but I tell you, how the God create us, because he always said in the Old Testament, watch my way, listen to me, listen to my word. Okay, so the communication starts from the eye to eye. It's very rude when we study body language. It's very rude when you talk to someone and your eye not to look to his eye, like like you talk and your eye down or somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's very rude.
Yeah.
And in the body language, start from the eye and you listen. So to show respect and you are very communicated with someone, look to his eye. Because from the eye, you will know if he's saying the truth or not. Okay. And then you listen. The problem here is usually above 80% of the people, they listen to the first 4 words for what you said, and then they already start to think how to respond to you. No one listens to the very end. Okay. So the good communication, you have to listen to the people without it start fakakaukau. Okay, you have to listen to the end, because what happened, you already in the mind, you block the mind to continue the rest. You already want to get this first 4 words or 5 words, and that's it. But maybe that's the introduction of what will happen, So the good communication starts from I, okay, and then listen, and then think, and then talk. But some people, their mouth faster than their brain, and even faster than their listening.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes
And
sense.
the communication will be very bad.
When it comes to communication, because fetu taki etau toli tonga, oku kamata miho tau mata, peko tau fofonga. Ai e tala pe me ai pe ko tō taha kita o whai to tonu pe i kai e taim koko ke whetu taki ai like sio mau pe ke sio hanga tonu. Sio hanga tonu ke mata tō taha ko ke tala no ki ai pe osi pe ko ia pe hoko atu ki ai ko te ringa ke hui ke te whanongo pe ka osi ko te whanongo pe ale ke te whakaukau pe ko te whakaukau ko ia pa te toki lea lewa. Ka koe mau inga koe e te whanongo o e whanongo pe ke whairaki o e whanongo peke ke respond. Pa o e whanongo peke whairaki me e wha koe ki mua. He koe lahi taha e tau whanongo, koe tau whanongo peke whairaki lea e wha koe ki mua. Pe au skia pa te tāri ki tae. Ai mahu inga au pita communication ni e ta whaaki koe ia e.
Right.
Brenda, ka mea ke et mai ki ai.
I love it. I love it. I never thought about the ear position. You know, I
Me
never,
too.
it just didn't come to mind, but
Yeah,
isn't that true? You know,
so true.
yeah, because me, I have a surrounding of children all the time. And I pay attention to what they're saying to me, even if I have company. You know what I mean? I tend to listen the little whisper in my ear. I want to listen what they want before I even go on. You know, that is so important.
So
Listening.
true.
Yeah, like we have a game. Someone met you in the morning and he said, "Hi, how are you today? What you doing in after you have breakfast and you doing like and then you go to the and after that you do." Can you answer me?
Okay. Are you trying to play? Okay. One more time,
Okay,
Dr. Ray.
okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I will tell you. I
Okay.
met you in the morning and I said, "How are you, Emeline and Brenda? What are what you guys doing after breakfast when you went to la and then you go to there and I'm waiting for your answer."
I think what happened, Dr. Ray, you didn't give me a chance to answer. I think you go on and on without me having a chance to answer. Is that right?
No, what have I asked? Look, what are you doing today after breakfast? Okay, I want to know what you're doing after breakfast, especially when you you go to yeah, tell me. So what happened here? What happened? You already listened for what are you doing after breakfast?
After breakfast, right,
But
right.
the rest of my word, I didn't continue. I just like can say love and you go and But what happened? What happened here? Your brain goes straight away what I did after breakfast.
Right,
But
right.
if you listen to what happened, you will look to him. And what is the question?
Yes, that's why I'm saying, what's the question? Yes.
But the people actually, they get this type. First thing, what you did after breakfast.
Right.
And then the rest, the ear is blocked because the brain is for the answer.
Fakauka.
Yeah. And that's what happened when someone talk, you talk like one word, second word, third word, fourth word, and then the brain blocked to give you an answer. So the good communication is to minimize the word. So the guy in front of you, even before he block his ear to listen, okay, he will already get the message. Like if I want to ask my wife a question, not even more than 6 words, because maybe she will listen to the 4th and she will not continue. And when I talk, whereas you don't listen to me. And we nowadays, we hear this word, you don't listen to me. No, I listen. Okay, what I said. And when you ask what I said, actually you will repeat the first 4 words of what you said. So that's the first one. Second one, to understand your message, go to the people in the way you want, usually ask, did you understand what I mean? Can you tell me what I'm asking you? Then you will understand if the person in front of you, he get it or not. Because one of the very bad thing when you pick the phone for the customer service, They ask you, what is your name? Ray Ebrahim Isaac. Ebrahim. Okay. And what's your address? Blah, 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 blah. You talk fast because you already, in your brain, you notice that you're not talking fast. This is like, it's a simple information for you. But in fact, the guy in the customer service, it's the first time for him to know your name. So you have to go slowly, slowly, like you introduce yourself. The way you introduce yourself, don't go fast.
Okay. Let me see if I can put this in. That's hard. I think I got this, Doctor. Pehe togeta ke time betul tau talano he pumpongi. Ain kun kapate de ekate hate talano pe koto mari pe kote fanau. Ke fe ulaki le pe fa ki muaya ne mau e pa kus polo kale kapate ke ho pe ko talano. Kone sa he tota he ka bloka ene, you know, kaya kus ka hono atamai. Nga whakaukau ia ke tāri koe koho whoi whehu I koe pongpongi e. Ai koe whoi whehu ina pehe, koe haho mea e whai he osi ai kai pongpongi e. Ka koe ne pehe na wai mau inga ke te lea mamari e pa kai ke ngatai, osi koe te eke koe whehu I, o mau inga pe ke ona te omai whoi lea e ono e te laki eke koe he whehu I he pongpongi. Ka koe osi koe te eke he whehu I, pa te hangare te whapapau I ke toko taha koe te tala noa kei, koe ha ai mea koe na te eke ki ai, eh? I think if I met my inga Brenda, like time ko tope ko liat ka koe, pe os pe koe kapau ka te respond fima ki te eke ka koe pe ko ke ma o mea koe na liat koe ki ai, eh? And I think yes, Dr. Ray, that's very important. I just kind of want to emphasize that how important that is to ask the question and then make sure the other person is know what you're asking for, eh?
Yeah.
It's kind of a trick.
Yeah. And it has to be a very clear question. That's number one. Number two, in communication. When you ask a question, don't expect a specific answer. Because if you get another answer, you will get angry. So if you like expect an answer, why you ask a question? You got it?
Yes.
So you ask a question and don't expect any answer. Let the other side give you an answer. But if you, I will ask her what you do after breakfast, and she said, I took the kids to the school. But you told me I went to the club. I went to play tennis. I went to, this is not expect an answer from you. And now I will get angry because you don't answer my question.
Yeah.
Some people, I told them, even in interview, I answer and they still, like I remember when I migrated to Australia, the lady in the interview, she asked a question and I answer. She said, no. And then I said, what do you mean by no? The question is, the answer of the question is mean yes or no. It's an open answer and I give you the answer. She said, no, but you should answer me in this way. I said, you don't say that in your question. And I repeat to her. And then she get angry. Then I look to her. I said, why you are angry? If you want me an answer the way you want, write your answer and you like write your question and your answer.
Yeah.
I will not sign in this one.
Yes.
You know?
So true, Dr. Ray, because I know that's one of my I emphasize to my husband every time because expectation, eh? Let me translate this one here. Ko me ta na lavi ke to ta ko tempo de tar telefonia ko customer service na ne lavi ke ki mo. Tem le te os malo to kita tari. Ka mau inga ke te tari mamari he ko pa inga ya. Ko na to ki ila na to ho hingoa tempo ko kita le ta telefoni. Ka mau inga ke te hanga o tra la ho to hingoa. Ke tempo to pe te introduce kita ke uai babe. Ka ko fika ua kan ko lavi mai ki ai I communication ni. O time ko tapos te eka fe hui o te ha kita ya o expect that o ta ka ke ne o stala mai o te ke ha ko expect te atari he ko time ko tau ite itai te eka kita fe hui pa ka pa tala mai ya ai kapag ne pe mai ko ha ho me fa o sai ai kai pung pungi pag expected ko ya ko tari mai ke aluya o ave fanau ke ako pagapa tari mai na alia ka fe tu ke kalapu ha ko pate ke ita leva ko ya
Leita, yes, yes,
ai
yes.
ko ne fa ta ko ni ke ne interview ko ke ngawe Australia o ko si talamai fe fine ya ai tari me fongo ko ke tari ai ka ko to no ya ko nga ha ko expectation ni o fu malunga ya ke time ko fe ma ai ko ke te tari
Yeah.
and that is so true, Dr. Ray, because I know a lot of frustration. The expectation is so high. And when you don't give the person a chance to answer according to what she knows about the question, but your expectation, it's going to have always a conflict over that one. You know, when it comes to communication, regardless, it doesn't matter, like with the kids or with the husband or the wife, you know, it's always a conflict in there when it comes to I have the expectation to have my husband answer according to what I want him to answer, you know.
You know, like this one here, I remember the question. I remember, you know, because it's the one of the very stupid question they can ask you for interview for immigration in the embassy. She asked me, so you're going to New South Wales? I said, yes. Which suburb? So I give her the name of the suburb. Can you tell me the population of this suburb? Then I, you know, and then I told her, okay, I don't know. And then she get, what you mean you don't know? You have to give me an answer. How come you migrate to country and you don't know the number of the population? Then I ask her, okay, where do you live? And she gave me the name of the suburb. Then I told her, okay, can you tell me the population of this suburb? Okay, another thing, I asked her which church she go because she's Christian and she's going to the one of the Protestant church there. I was attending there as a Sunday school there. But I never met her in personality, but I heard about her. Then I told her, can you tell me the population of the church, how many church member? And then she said, she get angry and she said, I'm the one do the interview with you. So you have to give me an answer. I said, if you ask me a proper questions, like you go to the church and even you can't give me the number of the people. Oh my gosh. You know, she tried to be hard, but I was harder than her because I listened to everything from that's why good communication. Okay.
Yes.
The second, after the expectation, one thing you need to do before you start talk, you have to think first, give yourself a time, and then you answer. Don't be just like fast, because the good listener, he will listen to the end, then he will respond.
Okay. Cái mẹ có được làm cái kiện cái tao để bé ấy cái ta cái quality of good communication ấy phát cao mà bé kỳ mua cái ta đi cái ta hay ở mẹ cái good listener em mấy nó mẹ cái tao gì phát cao ý ai phải ý là cái phát nó gọi là cái phải phải hủy bé cái phát cao kỳ mua cái ta đi mà bé ở pita cái phát cao kỳ họ ta đi
And then the very last thing, if I may say,
yes,
the level of the communication, because I communicate with my wife different than I'm communicate with my employers, with my friends, with my kids, with my mom, with my sisters, with my brother. It has to be leveled. Okay? Because if everything is mixed together, there is no red line and everyone will jump in. So each level of communication, we have to put like a red line, no one can cross. And the way you communicate, otherwise it will be all over the place. Like if the way I communicate with my wife should be different because my wife is special. If the way I communicate with my wife,
yes.
because I tell you, we are one.
Yes, that
My
is so
wife
true.
and I, we are one. And when you are one with someone, the level of communication has to be like very
Clear.
high.
Yeah.
Yeah, clear. And then when you deal with your kids, another level of communication, because this is the problem here. How old your kids? But remember, it's not about how old. You're older than your kids. So your brain and the experience is above your kids. But if you deal with your husband or your wife that you are experience more than them, now the communication will break. When you deal with your wife or your husband, you are in the same level of communication. When you deal with the kids is under, you don't have this experience. When you deal with friends, that's another level. That may be same age or less or older, okay? But the type of the communication will be different. But
Right.
all the different type must be with respect. If you don't have any respect with your friends, okay, you will be in nowhere. You will get lost. So even your friend, they have a line. They can't cross this line.
Kaya,
And
me
it's
kana
debate
kula
about
ka kya. Kaya,
you.
yeah, kaya me kana ku kula ka kya to kita fitu taki oktoto nu ke fakakalakas. Ay ka faila to ne penda. Ay
Yes.
ke pe fitu taki ko mo mari, he ko mari ok motaha, ay ko hoa motaha. Eke ho fitu taki ko mo fanao. Pagke fitu taki ko mo ngai kau nga mea, kau tuton ge mau pe ai foi laine kloku lai ke on ake kolos se foi laine ko ya. Pagke time ko hua mai ko ki ho fanao, mana tu mau pe o ku ke batu tu ange ko i ho fanao, ai ke level ko ya ku ke he ya. Pagke ngai kalasi ko to fitu taki ko ni, ko mea te pu o mea ko ni ko fa papa, ko respect, When it comes down to all of this different level, respect is the key, So and always make sure you don't cross the red line, Aya ko hoa o mau inga e te whetutaki mo to hoa, he ko inga he kwange ko ne lau o te taha ki ta mo to hoa. Ko whetutaki ko mo to
That
whakata
makes
hoa.
perfect sense.
Yeah, ko whetutaki ko mo to sibling o ke hei ai ko to
That's
ko
right.
ko tu ngane ko tu whiwhine. So every different let's say
Aspect.
level
Yeah.
aspect of the life with your communication is different, So that is so true, Dr. Ray, and I'm
Even
learning
when
a
you
lot of
deal with
things.
people in the street, first time you met them, okay? So you will be more careful.
Yes.
You have to be this type of level. Like when you go to the company, they have level. And this level, the way you deal with your boss, different than your friend, different than people you meet in the street, different than your neighbor.
Yes.
Okay? They all different levels, but it must be all respect.
Yes. Ay hangepe ko te ngawe anga o kepe ay ngai tu nga ko tope o ngawe anga hange ko tai mo fetu ta ke mo pure o ke he tai mo fetu ta ke mo ka nga pi ke he o tai mo fetu ta ke mo ngai ka nga me o ke he ka ko foi me pe ta o ma inga e o fetu ta ko ni ne o ne class ke ko fa pa ke make sure ma pe fa pa
Yes.
Yes.
Nice.
And the very last point in the communication. You know how we do detox in our body?
Yes.
Detox,
it's very
yeah.
important to do detox for communication. So like sometimes if any conflict between me and my wife or between the wife and the husband, it must be detox, because this toxin, it will affect the relation.
Okay.
Even you have to do detox between you and your kids. You have to do detox between you and your friends, because the friends will not go forever. So
Yes.
what you consider them friends today, maybe tomorrow it's your enemy. So
Yes.
it's very important to do even detox. Otherwise, you will be an heavenly disease.
Dr. Ray, so how do you detox when it comes to communication? So can you explain that how?
Okay.
When it comes to
Sometimes
communication?
Like a conflict or misunderstand happen in one point.
Okay.
Okay, an argument happened. Okay, so it's finished. But sometimes, if anything happened, because in any relation or any type of communication, when the problem happened, they will go back to the first problem or second issue, third issue, fourth issue. So you need, when you fix an argument or understood point, you need to be sure it's already been detoxed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
It's
clean.
already dealt with
So,
and
yes.
forget. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Even
And
with
it's,
your kids, you have
go ahead.
the kids get angry with you, and then you feel like it's something broken. If you feel something broken, don't let it to like
Slide. Yeah.
some parents, we said like it will let it go by time, but sometimes what's
It's not.
inside here never go, still
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you have to detox.
Yeah.
To take
So
the
forgiveness
toxin
is
from the
also part of
relationship.
detox, eh?
Hmm?
Forgiveness is part of detox, eh? You ask for forgiveness, eh?
Look, I tell you, Descartes, one of the philosophers from France, I love his word. He said, we never put our trust, for people break our trust in one time. I can forgive once, twice, third, that's it. I can forgive once, but the trust will never back.
Yeah.
Okay, second time, third time, that's it. Because if I forgave, that's mean the person, he already learned from his mistake. Okay, I'm not God to forgive forever.
Okay.
Okay, that's number one. Number two, there is levels you can forgive and levels you can't. You can't forgive.
Yeah.
So otherwise, you will live your life and then you go home, fight for yourself. And then you get high blood pressure, you get diabetes, and then stroke or heart attack because you are not detox what happened outside. When someone asks for forgive, what he did, it's level one, accept, level two, level three, but above level three, it's not forgiveness. No way. No
That's
way.
right.
You can't be like, even like this, what happened to my nephew in Canada. His friend, he have like a conflict, argument between him and his friends. So they bring another people and they fight with him. So they broke his jaw and the arm. He's been, and they left him in the car park, and the ambulance, the security guard saw him in the backyard, so took him to the hospital. Okay, he's near to die. But
Wow.
these people from the church, you know, it's all a teenage.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and then the pastor from the priest from the church visit him and visit my sister and her husband, and he asked for forgiveness because if the police continue with these boys, these kids will be in jail and will no future for them. And then my sister said, okay. And my nephew talked to me. I said, you know, they left you to die. What about if you did?
Mm-hmm.
No. If they want, because everyone get a lawyer, like a solicitor for the
Yeah.
court. I said, okay, you can forgive them in state. The money they will pay their lawyer, they pay you. Oh, my sister get angry. And I told her, you know, if one touch my kid, God knows what I will do. Okay, there is a type and level for forgiveness. And then I talked to the people in the church and I said, before you ask me for forgiveness, if someone attack your kid and it's not one, he go and bring another 7, and the 7 in one time, that's the security camera picked, 7 attack him in one time with all the bleeding, left him to die. He's been 1 hour in the street in the car park till the security looked to him in the camera and saw someone on the blood. And I told him, if someone that to your kids, one of your kid, you will say, Jesus said, forgive. What type of priest you are? Oh
Yeah.
my God. I give him the hell shit. Yeah. Look, if I said forgive, if you are in my situation, you forgive. If someone near to kill your son, and then he said, oh, these kids, we are sorry, and there will be no future. Who cares about their future? You don't breach your son first, and then you ask me for forgive. No, if you breach your son perfectly, as Jesus said, okay, he will not attack my son. But now, because your son is get lost, because you're not breaching, you're not discipline them, don't ask
Right.
me for forgive boys, they never discipline.
That's
I'm
right.
talking about God now. Where is your God in your life?
Dr. Ray, just gonna sum up this whole thing, Dr. Ray. I'm out inga koni ke tau detox ho tau fetutaki o hange pa tau hang koni whama ako ho tau sino. Aya o ke tonu ke tuku ha me aya ke ne alu o folo aya ka pa ia ha miscommunication fe ma pe ke te hanga kita ia o detox. Peko fe pe level ko ki ai ke relationship ka ko me ka nau e ke ko ki Dr. Ray, I've famole more, kaune pe ia kwai tu unga pe ke ia ko e te famole more, pa ne pe ka ne me ka na hoko ko kono nephew ko i Canada, ai hofi ko he toko ale toko taha o mai toko fitu o na ta o me mate ko ne ki tamasi ko ni pe a ke tu unga ko ha si o kore ai famole more, ka ku ne pe ia he tu unga ko ia na to tonu ke na wa ko e na do pe favor more o sai pe ya Brenda ke ave ka pa ka ta na o discipline ai ne pe ya ma inga ke discipline de fa na o ki mo ke te alo ko fa more ha me ko ko ai o ko la ya tonga Brenda e tem ko ni fa ha me ko ni ha ke ko me ko na ha ko so le ki e na wo ko ni ta ko ne fifine
Iyo.
ka kwa ke la pe na wo ke ko fa more ka fa nga me po ko tonga me pe ai o fema o beia ke tau fai me a koe ai toto nu I think it's bottom line come to but it's important to detox the bad communication. Yeah,
I
go
want to
ahead,
give you
Dr. Ray.
example for this. I want to give you example.
Okay.
Judah, he sell Jesus with 30 silver, yeah?
Yes.
And then he go and kiss him. Yeah? And what the result? Crucified. Did God forgive Judah for this? No, no. But the detox is being cutting. He's not even count from the 12. The detox will be in the hell. Nowadays, a lot of people, they come and kiss you and they talk bad. Even they forget what you've been doing for them, how much you serve them from your heart. They are nothing and you make them something. And now when they show them, they scratch you. You know? If these people ask for forgiveness, forgive what? For me, you are like Judah. Okay? You just do it for no reason. But the reason is you have a black heart and you never know Jesus. You are not in my way. The detox in communication. This is my way. Like I'm going to America, okay, to the United States. So the flight, all the flight will go to the United States. You don't see if we're going this direction to the United States and one going to Japan. He will be in another flight. So the detox, I mean, you need to sit down. If your friends grab you down, cut them. That's a detox. If your friends, they mindset as you to have one goal, go ahead. Because nowadays, a lot of people, they just like distract us.
Yes, yes.
Look there, you look there, you look there. And that's what I mean, detox. If the people take you away from your beliefs, detox. If the people try to take you from your wife, from your husband, detox. Okay, that's what I mean, detox. Detox. Because if you leave them, that will be like a cancer in the relationship.
So true.
Yeah.
That is so true, Dr. Ray. Brenda, kapag tagalan may tabak ni but kimwa kiwang liliwat.
You're doing good, Emeline, because you
Okay.
got it consistently as he's
Well,
speaking it.
Kaya
Yeah.
fatata ko ni na fatata ko Dr. Ray I siutasi. Na ala siutasi fata wa sisu ake po siliva tolnoa. Pero speha o umaga sisu, Ayo fema ko ke TikTok se wifi ngaya o na mai o haki kita pa na o mai tala mai ha me ha. Pero ska pa fai me ke he ya, Ai ko ngai communication ko fema ke TikTok. Ko ngai ka ngame ko lo hang ko tu hi po kita fema uya ke tu kuange, Ai to pe ke TikTok ko ni ko tu kuange. Tu kuange atu ya.
Whakama au fuli.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fama I
Waka au fuli. Yeah.
Yes. Fama au fuli au pito. E kwa ke fema ia he kuinga he pange ia ko hakansa ki he te mowi,
Yes. Oh my
Go ahead,
goodness.
Dr. Ray, back
And,
to you.
Okay, the last point in the communication, you will surprise me. When we do communication, we have to set our priority in our life. Number one, who's the first priority in relation, my wife or my friends?
Your wife.
Because that's perfect. So the wife will be number one. The husband or the friends? The husband. But some people, they mixed up. They spend times with friends more than the husband or the wife. Sometimes even they don't listen. Like sometimes the wife, she has point of view of some of the friends, but the partner, he insists, because all this cutting down and all this need to be detox. If you set your priority in your life, you will set the priority in your communication. For example, if you go to a meeting, okay, or conference, the priority will be from the top level, okay? You try to contact him or you listen to him when he talks, okay? So if you went to a conference and the President Biden, he was there, okay? When he talked, if you are support or not, you will listen to him. That's because that's the priority of the conference, yeah?
Right.
Then whatever come last, but at least the priority, even the priority in the meeting. When you go to the conference, the MC starts from the priority. Number one, number two, number three, you get the idea. So the communication starts from priority. I give priority to my friends, to my wife, to my kids, to what.
Kaya, ay ko ha pala tong ka party. Ay ko me ko rak mahuinga. Ay ko
mahuinga.
mahuinga. Ko hai o fica lagi ko hai fica wa. Ay ko fatata ko dokta ko fica lagi ki ai ko no mari. O hange pe khate alko ka conference tau pe ka ba Palestine ko no Amerika. Ay ko hai to ta mahuinga ko conference u te alke ko Palestine. Ay pe ma ke te hanga kita ya o para mahuinga ka te hanga pa fica ko hai fica lagi ko hai fica wa paga ko fonga ya ko o mahuinga e me ko ni ko fetu tak ke te hanga pa mahuinga pa te hanga pa ka tu ko te tokanga ke to ta mahuinga tai po ni tau tolu tonga mahuinga tau ngai ka nga mea ka ko fe fini hanga ko ke te au wa ko Brenda ko Dr. Ray o ton ke mo tau ngai mari ka tau to ka me mahuinga pero fica o mai ka nga mea ka tau to fo ke te ni mo tau ka nga mea ta to ria I mari ka ko mahuinga ha ni ke te hanga fa mahuinga ko hai ko mo mai ka kita pe ai ke fica o laki pero fica o atu pe fica tolo
Dr. Ray, right there, I want to insert something and maybe you can think about it if it goes right with what you just said. You know, my relationship with my husband, right? it's so solid in the trust factor, you know. If I'm gone for the whole day and I just told him in the morning, honey, I'll be back. If you want to contact me, I have my schedule on my calendar. Call me anytime. He don't even care where I'm going to or where I'm at because he knows I already got my little schedule right there. But the thing is, when your friends want to sway you out from that schedule, you know, and if I miss that schedule and follow the friend, I will receive a phone call out of nowhere. He doesn't follow me, but he follow my schedule, you know, and he says, are you supposed to be here already? I said, well, I'm dinnering with a friend. He said, that was not in your schedule. You better get over here. You know, I'm thinking that you're keeping your word. But the thing is, I respect that. You understand? I respect the fact that he's not, his trust is not
Jealous.
making me.
Like he's not jealous. That's the
No,
way
he's
you want
not.
to say?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Because
Okay.
he doesn't think I'm pairing up with my friend and some other folks, you know, having lunch, you know. No, he never questioned that. But if I cross the red line and I said, well, so-and-so join us. Okay, did you have a good lunch? That's what he said. It makes me feel like he does not give a care. You know, he doesn't care who I'm with. The only thing is for me to be home at the time when I said I will, you know. What does that sit with you know, with your
I tell
statement?
you, um, we do like this. Oh my gosh, you can ask my wife, Cece. Like she told me she has the court and she gave me her schedule. Okay.
Yeah.
But guess what? Oh my gosh. Like one day she has the court, and then after the court, she's supposed to come. And then 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, then I call. Because she said like it's a very fast one.
Yeah.
Then I call. Are you supposed to come like 2.5 hours ago? And she said, look, I'm in the court and the judge just like want to finish the whole thing. So I have the whole day in the court. Okay. You know, so we trust, you know, my wife, she is the very trust person in the earth. I trust her with my life. Okay.
Yes.
It's like full stop.
Full stop.
Okay. Jealous. But even if I did, oh my gosh, like I went and then she called. You're supposed to be here by now. Where are you? I'm in the traffic. Ayo, yes, then I opened the camera. See, I'm in the traffic. Like we trust each other.
Yeah.
We trust each other. But at the end of the day, you know, yeah, it's that's the priority, you know.
Okay.
If she's not my priority and if I'm not her priority, it's not about trust.
Right.
Remember, priority, it's not about trust. It's mean he's worried because there is two things, you know, like positive and negative. The negative one, jealous.
Yeah.
This can destroy. But the positive one, I'm worried. Maybe something happened to you and you didn't come,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And even like if she wants to do something, she would call me. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm finished, but I'm going to have lunch with my friends, blah, blah, blah. Okay, Saibe. At least I know.
Yes.
You know, this is a healthy communication.
Healthy relationship.
Yes.
Okay,
And then,
that
you know,
makes
it's very important that I wanted to translate that, Dr. Ray. I okay, Dr. Ke from having I go hata ha, we kai okay, me me going ko fe falala. ai ka fe fala aki ko me e ua ko ula ki ko positive and negative ai ka negative ko tu e ko te jealous ai ko te ka ta ko le ko ke jealous ta pe ko ten na fu ki ta hu mau pe pe ke ai ba ko no wa ko te no fu fa ka pe ko ha me poko ke ai make sure ma pe ke ai ko tan ko te fe tu ta ke mo ya que make sure ma pe okay of ikai ko hu ya e fa tan ko ni ya o pe ho ai ko te ta kita e ke o te hu kita o ha me ko you know, Dr. Ray, it's important that you mentioned about the difference, the negative and the positive when it comes to jealousy and worried. Because see, I'm always worried about my husband because, you know, I always concerned if he didn't show up on time. But at the same time, some people took that as like jealousy, you know. But I think it's very important to differentiate that tonight, especially in a relationship. Because you know, I think two people need to understand when your wife make you a priority, that means she worried about you. But don't take that as she's kind of jealousy, and then that comes out to a argument in the relationship, you know. But I'm glad that you brought that up. That's why I have to translate it because it's so important in when it comes to a relationship. Thank you. Back to you, Dr. Ray.
Yeah. I think we covered the communication
yes,
or still.
I think we covered the communication. No, we covered the communication. So good. I think that is a lot tonight when it comes to communication.
Oh, you confirm what I always appreciate that. Yeah,
yes.
I appreciate that very much. That makes me feel like I care about him, that he worries about me. That's right. It came in your statement. But sometimes I feel very responsible, also to my schedule, that I'm not sneaky. You know what I mean?
I think that will be the part of accountability, Brenda, when it comes to
I
accountability.
think so.
Yes. So we have to be accountable to our words, whatever we tell
you got
the
it.
spouse. We have to make sure that we are accountable for that one. So that is already covered on that part, accountable. But the next one, Dr. Ray, is vision. So visone, Dr. Ray. So we want to hear from you on that part.
The vision.
Yes.
Okay. The vision of who? Okay,
of you as a man leader.
Okay, all right. My vision, it's right in my eye, but may be wrong in another people's eye. Okay, so when I talk about my vision, I have to explain my vision. I'm not this type of person very fast to take decision. I can take my time to take decision. And when you ask me about the vision of, or what the reason of my decision, I will give you my vision. Okay. The vision, the good vision, when it's make everyone compound in one vision as their own vision, like God bless her soul to Paul Hela. She have her vision, and then she make us her vision. It's our vision. That is the good vision.
Compound, yeah, very good.
Yeah.
I like that.
So when you set the vision for your family, remember you have a partner. So his vision or her vision, like my wife vision or my husband vision, it's equal to my vision. And then both of us will come in one vision. When I do the vision to my teamwork, I put my vision, then I ask everyone about his idea. This how I make them involved in my vision. Maybe my vision is very small, but other people, like my wife, make it bigger, open my eye. Because I always,
Yes.
in English we say one brain, but two brain thinking better than one, three better than, or or 3 better than 2. So how
Yes.
to make the group, this we call like that's a leader. You know,
Yeah.
when we study business, because I have one of my certificate business administration,
Yes.
I have master degree in strategy. When we study business, the manager, the good manager, he's the one set, put the goals and make the whole teamwork involve and divided the vision or the goal of the company to small pieces. Like, okay, you want to clean the house, okay? You can divide this vision, bring the kids, okay? We want to clean the house this weekend and we all work when we start at 8. So I will do this. You start from yourself first. I will do this. And then you will do this. Oh, no. But you know, I do this much better. Okay, go ahead. And we'll be finished at this time. So the vision here is not about like my way or highway. Okay, it's different.
Yes.
Like my vision, okay, I want to go from Tonga to Vava. Okay, maybe my vision take the boat. Maybe other vision I will fly, you know? So there is the vision here, it's not 100% true. But for me, as I learn in my life and in my dad, the vision must be vision A and vision B, like plan A and plan B. Always my life during my dad brought me up till now, like a lot of people here in Tonga, they surprise of what? I would tell you, I do carpenter, I do welding, I do tile. See, I have a lot of things I can do.
You got lots of skill.
Yeah, I tell you, if I show you, I did the tile in my clinic by myself. I jumped to the roof to put the roof. I designed the trailer and I'm welding the trailer. You know, the vision here, because, you know, to have a vision, you must have a lot of experience in your life.
Yes.
Okay, you can't just like put vision without experience. Like, for example, if you want to do a business, you will just jump, I have this idea. No, you have to study the market, the target area, because you can't like serve the whole area.
Right.
You just
right.
the market, we call the strategy plan, the market, and then the target area, and then the competition, and then we have the SWOT analysis, like the strengths and weakness. Yeah, SWOT analysis. So all this before you have a business. But when you come to your life, you have to be more specific. That's my vision. That's what I want to do in my life. Okay. You know, a lot of people, my dad, he told me this when I was 10 years old. He told me this one, and I want to share it with you. He said, all the people work hard in their life. No one doesn't work hard. But when the people come to 60 years or 70 years, more than 90% of the people, they did nothing. Because they're not focusing in one view or one goal. They jump to this, to this, to this, to this, to this. And then suddenly they found themselves older and they did nothing. That's because the view was, that's my father told me. And you know, my father always angry with me. Not angry with me. One day, he asked me, what you think? I'm thinking to have a farm. Okay. And he said, and so I will go and hire a farmer to work in the farm. And he said, no, if you want to have a farm, you have to be a farmer. You have to go and learn to be a farmer, because if you hire the people and the people will know one day you are not a farmer, they will eat you. And here in Tonga, you know, when I went to implant the yam, I've been digging and implant tomatoes, love, because I have the experience. I'm not scared about my hand to get dirty, but I'm aware of my brain to get dirty and rusty. You know why? If you are hand-free and you have nothing to do in your life, you will affect other people because
That's true. Yeah.
That's why when I'm success, I don't care about the other people because they get lost and they want me to be lost like them. That's why I don't care. And the way every time you success, a lot of people will look at you up there and they try to jump on you. But at the end of the day, I know myself. You know, we have a funeral. So we went to get the cow, and I get the knife and I start to take the skin from the cow. And the farmer there, they watched me and said, wow, look to the doctor. And then I looked to them, doctor in my clinic. But here I'm like you, we are all equal. You know, this is my view. And this make the people here respect me.
Yes.
Because you
I'm
have
not like
skills.
you there. I'm a doctor and
Yeah.
I will not. No, I do everything. And that's the people here respect me.
That's dexterity. You use your hand
hands.
everywhere. Yeah.
I think, Dr. Ray, I might be able to sum up this whole conversation.
Oh my gosh.
When it comes
so
up to vision,
interesting.
okay, to vision ko mata pe me ho to poponga pe ho to mata ai ko ne sio ana ko ke vision e ke he me to ta ko ai ona pata ta ko ke ta master helu ko fifine ko ni na ne vision pag ne hanga ne matu mai vision ko ya o ta ngawe ako ta ni mi pag ne pe mau inga ka kita taki ke time ko te taki ai o fema o ia ke te ngawe fata mo te kau ngawe ona te ha pe kita mo te whakau o atu ke te kau ngawe pakai ke te hanga ngawe akinau tō Brenda, we always talk about that.
Yes.
When you and me put our heads together, it make things move faster.
Yes.
Ai pe ka to ta ko foi ada mai ka ta to ta na ket fe ada mai wa o ku te kau
Ko sayang.
sayang ia ka ko hange ko ni ke ne pe ke me ko experience ko vi sone o ma inga ke experience pe hange ko ni ka pa o te fe fam ke the business but I know this one, the skill when it comes to business, it's important to find a business with your skills. O ma inga opito ke te kamata de business o me skill ko te mau ai hange ko ne lau fema ada ke te ngawe ake ngahi me ko ni ko ya fo ke ma hono badai to ana e ta fa ki ko business o ga me ma inga ai me ko ni ko SWOT analysis ai ko inga ko te let me calm down I have strength more weakness but opportunities and threats ai ka foi me ma ma inga ke te sio ke ta fa ki ko te malo ai mo ta fa ko te vai ai pe mo ngai fa ngamari ko o ku ha okay ta ko ha le ba ngai me ko o te affect ngai fa ngamari ko ni pe ko to ta ko ni o ka ke ngata pe to ta he kliniki o to ya pe ke ne al ke fe tu ko to pe o poto ngai ko ne va ba te poto he o ne carpenter and then also more let me see there and then welding, you do welding.
Roofing.
I mean, to kiri mo me ko to ka we to ta o ngata pe ne to ta he kliniki ka ko ne mai ko kitua o ne te apply pe ngai skill ko ya ai o ma inga au pito ta viso ne ke ta moi o fata tau ki ho tau ngai experience ko tau ma ko he mo ui I think that I sum up the whole thing into yes ni mala la me ko to pe ai mo inga au ke kete ma o ngai whainga maari ko ia, mo ngai experience ko ia, pag time ko te whi business ai, ko me ta ngai experience ko ia o kamata ko business
Ia.
Thank you, Dr. Ray. Yes.
Okay. One more important thing, and I know Brenda will laugh now. We have God create us with 2 eyes. Yeah?
Yeah.
So to have the complete vision, before you take the vision, you have to do the complete one. And I want you to try this one, and everyone watch us. Put the finger front of you. Yeah. And then close one eye, and then do the other one. In fact, you will see the finger is moved, but in fact, no. Like you see what happened? You feel like the finger is moved. No. Look, close one eye, close one eye. Put the finger towards your nose like this. Okay, and then swap to the other eye. Swap your hand to the other eye.
Okay.
See, you feel the finger is moved, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah.
See what happened? Now,
what happened?
What happened to that, Dr. Ray?
That's why God gave us 2 eyes. My finger is here, but if I move to the other one, if you look at me,
yeah,
I feel that my finger is moved, but in fact, it's not. In fact, when I put my finger like this with 2 eyes, when I look to the different, I feel now I have 3 vision. One, when I have 2 eyes open, and one here and one there. But in fact, my finger is never moved, but my vision is moved. And that's how important when you have your wife, your vision and your wife vision give one
it's
vision.
the same.
As a wife, what the Bible said, one build and the other destroy. Because if you and your wife, or you and your husband, or you and your team work, we don't have one vision, everyone will look to the goal in different view.
Yeah.
And that's when everyone struggle.
That's right.
Even if you ask them, our view, this one, but I do in my way, and you do it in your way, and this do it in your way, the end of the day is disaster. There is no achievement.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. I mau inga pito ke ope me to ta ko tau mata bua. Pag time ko na musuma ke fata ta ko de ai ko nai. Ai ko time ko te hangai ko popri ke mata ta te o hangai ko ngawe ho to ni ma ka wi kai. Ko time ko te foto e ko to ni ma hangai ko asitolu Ka ko na pe ko te visone, mo visone ko to hoa o to don peketa. Ko inga ko fa ke ko inga ko ke ko visone And that is so true, It has to be one vision,
That's true. Yes, yes.
But I think I get the struggle, got to move forward, Maupe. I have to buy for So I learned a lot tonight, Dr. Ray. So,
but I tell you, it has to be equal vision, because if the husband said, I'm the boss and your vision is down, or the wife said, I'm smarter than you and my vision, you will have 1 plus, 1 minus. I tell you, this is a very rare disease. People usually have plus or minus. Yeah. But it's a very rare disease. You have 1 eye plus and 1 eye minus. This is a very rare disease, and it's cause headache. Okay. You have 1 eye plus, 1 eye minus. It's not both plus, not both minus.
2020.
Yeah, so when you read, you feel like someone good and someone foggy. You put it, the other one was foggy, Saibe, the other one is not, So the vision here must be equal. Even, you don't have to be perfect, because no one perfect. But if you have like +1 and your wife +1, you will wear 1 glass, you will be Saibe. But if you +1 and your wife -1, or your husband +1 or -1 and you +1, this is, you need like fixing different,
like
different lenses.
two people pulling
But
on both
the
sides.
You
vision-
need a Google.
Yeah, what I meant here, the vision between the wife and husband, the vision between the group must be equal. No one
Equal.
negative. No one negative, because if you have your partner negative or someone on the group negative and you leave this negative, like what happened to me, like you remember maybe 2 weeks ago in our conversation, I was so negative. But when I saw you and Brenda and my wife positive, you actually make me positive. You got it?
Yeah.
So that's what I meant. If you feel someone minus, that's the leadership must put him up.
Yeah.
When my wife feel I'm very down, she lifts me up because we
Yes.
are one. We have one vision. You
Yes.
get the idea.
Get the
And
idea.
say,
Okay.
by the version. That's the vision.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ko beka e to da ko visone hange ko kita ko motomari o fe mau pe ke ta te visone. Pa pe ka pa ko kulupu o fe mau pe ke ta visone. Ka pa e ke ta pe ka pa e minus pe ta na kia tu pe to e kore ha pa e ta e pai pa ke e. Ka ko mau inga ke tatau. Mau inga ke tatau e
Yes.
visone. Leo pe o pa ke tau hau ka mau inga pe ke tau tenga ke lele. He ko ta ki lele kaya ta ku ki minus ko te fatongia ke te hanga oha ke to ta ka ki olunga
Left, eh?
mau ina au pito ke te hanga oha ke to ta ka ki olunga ka ne pe au guai ai maha kia o ku o ha molofia ke ase makani koto mata e fai mata tahaya e minus pa fai mata tahaya e positive ka ve maha kia o ku ha molofia pa kwa ke to ton ke pe he hota visone ke minus e mata u pe positive e to hema he ko inga e fai le vai to ke he ya ai mau inga au pito ke tatau e tau visone tatau pe no fo mari ka tatau pe i tau kulupu ko tau ngā we mo ya ai ko takile le ia Brenda ko pa ke o ha ke to ta ko o ki to la lo
Oh yeah.
Yes, you want to add on, Brenda, or we give it back to the Dr. Ray?
We're good. We're good. You can give it back.
So I think we're doing good with the vision.
Okay. Another thing here in nature, if we have cloud negative and cloud positive and they come, you will have a thunderstorm, like lightning. Yeah.
Yes.
If they both positive or negative, side B. But when some negative charge and positive charge, that's be like a thunder. And that's what happened, the conflict between two different visions, fighting, like the government and opposition. One positive, one negative, we have a thunderstorm.
Wow.
And lightning, and all the noise. And you know what happened? This conflict, you feel like the noise, the end of the world.
Yeah.
Kadang-kadang hawai ko awo positive ma awo negative kadang na fitau laki ka me koko hoko mana mo fatulisi
Fatulisi moya fala
ya pito tatau pe ang ko be ko he preanga
The problem is when the two different visions come to each other and cause the thunder, that's affect the people.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's will affect the group or the life, or you continue to explain.
Yes.
Give them fear.
Mau ingat pita mereka nak lakukan atau kita ke tempo hawai ko negatif pe positif patata ko ke mana fitau laki ko ko ini pe ko mana bela ko wesi kakai ko dia when it comes to kakai ko kita taki tempo ko ke fitau laki ko mo te timi ngawe ko hai le affect yai ko fuka ngawe ka to affect yai kakai ko na muy ko kita affect na to I me ako nagpoko back to you, Dr. Ray.
Wow.
Yeah. And you know the power of the two clouds, like the two different vision, that can destroy. Like if you look to the thunderstorm, it can destroy people. They can destroy houses.
Lives.
They
Io.
can destroy life.
Yes.
And even in politics, that
Yes.
can destroy people because of the politics.
Yes.
You know, and what we get at the end, more people destroyed for nothing
Nothing.
because they from the year. You got it?
Yes.
So mẹ có nên kula có ni tôi tao để tới phòng mà phải mẹ có ni có ta có là tao la cái positive mà negative time có cái na fit tao la cái có hai quesi ala hai có kakai tên là ai fa au ha ai mo ui tên fa
Ai
au
tola.
kai có
Iya.
ai to la ai
Iya.
mau inga au pita tao visone que ta hai back to you Dr. Ray. I think we're good with the vision, huh? Unless
Yeah.
you
We
had more
covered
on
the
that
vision
one.
or not yet?
Yes, we did. We did.
Unless
Okay.
if you have something to add on to that.
No, I'm Saibe.
Right there. Okay, okay. Our next
Do you want a
one.
little break or no?
Yes.
It's
we
up
might
to you
have-
guys.
I think maybe we have a song. We'll have a song.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's have a
Okay.
song to clear the lightning.
The thunderstorm.
The thunderstorm. Is the voice better? Okay, so that's not the song.
Yeah,
that
just
Brenda
do.
wants, but
Yeah, I go
Let's
halani.
do this one.
Yeah, that's good.
Halani si imahina he whakapouri Hulungi ai si ofofonga ko e kumaui Vai holoto na kaumui mui Lelei ai mate I he toe mo ui Ui sa whakatapu mo si ofofonga Moha o maheni o kukei lolotonga Kau tala tonu si o kuingoa Ko o favivilia, o fafaifu oloa Ka ahine hina lea maia, na kuote ngalo Hene usila isi o sinona ko e kumoto O ukumasi o kuloto pea neuka afo Ikai teo lava mamohe aho ki he aho Ta ahine tuua ke tao O eva ihe o maniu tao Mota sei hono fatai melo Sei e siale kota e mangalo Halani si imahina he whakapouri Hulungi ai si ofofonga ko e kumaui Vai holoto na whakatapu mosi o fofonga Moha o maheni o kukei lolotonga Kau tala tonu si o kuingoa Ko o favivilia o fafaifu o loa Ta ahine hina lea maia na kuote ngalo Hene usila isi o sinona ko e kumoto O ukumasi o kuloto pea neuka afo Ikai te o lava mamohe aho ki he aho Ta ahine tuua ke tao O eva ihe o maniu tao Mota sei hono fatai melo Sei he siale kota e mangalo
Okay, we're back. Okay, we're good with the vision, eh?
Yeah. Very good.
Okay. Empathy.
Mhm.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
Okay, I tell you, empathy, it's a very tricky one. I would like to share what Jesus said.
okay.
Jesus said, the people is my witness. I can't be witness for myself. And here the empathy. Empathy here, what the people, they deal with you, think of you. Okay? It's not, maybe you correct me if I'm wrong, but if I just have my empathy for myself and the people dealing with me, they have another thing, who's the true and who's the false. You got
Okay.
it? Or I'm
Yeah.
in the wrong track.
I
I got it.
think that the way what I'm hearing when it comes to empathy is like understanding the other person, what she goes through or he goes through. Huh? Like if something happened to me, like if there's a, in Tonga right now, there's a lot of funeral going on in there. So when that person is mourning, I think it's important that I'm understand
Feel
that
the empathy.
yes, to feel empathy for that person and show the kindness and the caring.
I have a different version of it. Empathy to me is something I hold for myself, and that emotion only goes out if it's really, I can't explain. If my emotion of empathy for someone else is only when I think hard. I work at it before I have it. I don't know why. It's not coming out automatically. I feel empathy for that, because it can't be right because I don't know them, But
so it's the feeling that you have, the ability to feel someone or understand the other person.
yes,
Huh?
I can't say
Yeah.
I have empathy unless
Yes.
I know who.
Feel for it, huh?
Yeah, feel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's based on a relationship, huh? So go ahead, Dr. Ray.
No, what I really you know, and that's what I was talking at the beginning, the communication and the vision, you know,
Right.
like the empathy for me, what the people thought of me. And I said, like,
Thinking of
the
you.
people deal with me. Okay, that's number
Right.
one. And you said in your view, that's the feelings when someone die, or I go to these feelings, like sharing of the feelings.
Yes.
And what Brenda said, it's something I hold, like my feelings to the other. Okay. But this actually all in one coin. Like if you have a coin, you have the head and you have the
And
right.
tail. Right.
Okay. So when I share my feelings, my ethics, myself to the people, this is my feelings. This is what I hold from myself. But the people, some people get it wrong. Some people you just do that to have something, to get some benefit. You get it? Some people, they said, no, he's doing that to get a position. Some people, they said that he's a good person. He do that from his heart. See, now it's all empathy. But for me, the people, it's I have feelings. I have a good heart. But the people can translate this good
Translate it.
heart to what I meant or to their view. That's what I meant.
I see.
This, the people view, because sometimes people, they twist. He do that to use this.
Right.
Okay. But maybe you do it, you don't use them. But some people, they twist and play in their
Right.
brain.
But-
You know,
but-
for example, I give you this one and then you can interpret it. Jesus asked the follower, what the people thought of me. Okay. People love Jesus, love everyone. Yes.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, what the people thought of his love. Some people said he's a devil. Some people said he's a prophet. But then he came to the Gospels and he asked them, and what about you? Because you are close to me. And then Peter said, you are the Son of God. You are the Messiah. See how the different interpreter of the empathy of Jesus. That's why I'm always asked, my patient is my witness. Okay. If they interpret my feelings in a wrong way, that's not my fault. That's their fault, because Jesus gave the love to everyone. I'm not Jesus. Okay. But at the end of the day, this is my view. Yes, I give love to the people. Okay. Even people, they don't have money. I told them Jesus paid. Okay. So this is my empathy. Some people, they thought, oh, I do that to show off. See how they interpret your feelings. And that's why Jesus said, don't give the holy to the dogs. Some people, they don't deserve your empathy. Some people, they don't deserve your good heart because they are dogs. So it will affect you if you give everyone and then you listen. You have to get the feedback. That's the communication. Okay. If someone bad and you are good, how long? You know what the proverb said? King Solomon in the proverb, he said, don't be good in the old way. Why you kill yourself? Don't be bad. Why you destroy yourself? If you know God, it's a line, like a thin line between the bad and good. Now you know God is straight. Not to be bad, not to be good. That's my empathy. I'm good. But when someone bad, why I have to be good to him? What is the message? There is no message here. He's bad for himself. That's not affecting me. You get the idea?
Get the idea.
This is my view.
You confuse me. That means you just simply, with me, I don't care what the other person thinks. If I have empathy, I go with how I feel at that very moment. Like if I know the person that needs the help, or maybe the person that died, or maybe those group of people are really vicious, I would go just from the way I feel, like Emeline, we mentioned that last night in our discussion, with Sisi in Fatai.
Fatai.
Yeah,
Mm.
I said, you know, I would go and counsel with them. Those people that attacked the lady in Salt Lake, you know,
Okay.
and I think on our
I think we had
show,
that on our Monday show.
Monday show, yeah,
Yeah.
I said, I wish I would counsel with them. I don't care how they feel, how vicious they get. I want to give them a piece of my mind, not in a bad way. I want to appropriate my empathy to them, you know.
Okay. I'm happy with this view, but you know, I'm going to the Bible again.
Okay.
When Jesus sent the Apostolicos 2 by 2, he said to them, if the people accept you, welcome them. If the people don't accept you, even go outside and the dust of your slippers, because they don't deserve the dust of your slip. See what Jesus said? I give love to everyone, but someone attacked me with no reason. With no reason.
Okay.
They don't deserve the, yes,
Yeah,
okay.
I got
With
you.
no-
Yeah.
Like Jesus said, if someone slap you in your face, turn the other one. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
But look what happened. When they arrest Jesus, one of the soldiers slapped Jesus in his face, and Jesus asked him, why you slapped me? If someone attacked me, I give love to everyone. I have feelings for it. That's why I'm here in Tonga.
Yeah.
I can be in somewhere, I can be in my country, I can be, you know, I have a contract, come from Canada, 5 million a year, but I refuse it because I have empathy. I know myself.
Empathy. Okay, I got you.
I know. I love people. The
Yes.
end of the day, I will die. I will not take 1 cent with me to my grave.
Mhm.
But my handwork, I done it perfectly, and I'm so proud of that, because every time people give glory to God, not to me. Okay, and always when people come, I said, Malo Sisu, give glory to God, not to me. I'm
Yeah.
just like person like you. We are all
I
equal.
got it. I got it.
But this this is make conflict. When you don't ask for your right, why you do that to me? That's the Christianity, the real Christianity. You have to ask. The real Christianity. Why you slap me with no reason? I've been good for you 1, 2, 3, 4, and you come and attack me. Don't even ask for my forgiveness. I'm human.
Yeah.
You attack me with no reason. You attack me with no evidence. You get the idea? If
Yes.
someone do that to you, you will still show him your empathy. Look, I'm
Yeah.
human. Like, maybe I'm wrong. You
No,
fix me.
that's right. That's
We
so
have
true,
to be
Dr.
clear
Ray.
for our empathy. That's why
Yes.
Jesus said, then don't give the holy to the dogs, because they will play with your holy. If you give your feelings to someone, he don't deserve it, you know what will happen? You will get hurt, and then
Yes.
you will blame yourself.
Yeah.
You
I
got
have
it?
yes, I have a bottom line about ni Brenda ke te ofa, aku mahu inga e te ofa tai ko te ave kata.
Yes.
Ai ka kai ka ko unau deserve e te ofa.
Te ofa.
Ai
Yes.
wa ave no ia te ofa. E ko vai inga te ofa ki tai pa de na to fai me ko o hange ka lau ko to ta patata pe ke ngai me ko ne fai sisu,
Yeah.
Ai ka te ala
Mahino.
ko ka api ko unau tari lele kita pe te hanga o famalo ia. Papa ko ke nau tari lele kita pe te hu ki to ato o to sentalo o tutu I aefu, e winga ko ke nau tiseme na tole me ko ya. Pa ko to yang ya mau inga ai me ko na glave mai kai prenta because e ko na o inga ai ni. Awai ai whaahinga ia o te whioi mo nau tolu. O kuna hanga tō tāpala sia I kita he time ko tō pe te whioi.
Yeah.
So inga ko te kei hanga pe o allow them. Nake lawe ki ai ane pō Brenda.
Yes.
Ko inga ko hinga ko o kei ngahi pehe ia kita ko te whango fu ai kita. You allow that. And I think Dr. Ray, what I'm sharing with Brenda, because last night I remember we talked about this, sometimes the people, the more you give to them, it's like you keep allowing these people
to
use
you. Yes.
Yeah, and it's because you don't make the choice. You have to make that choice, and don't allow these people to keep abusing you, because you have to draw the fine line. You have to draw the red line. You cannot keep giving your love to people, and that people don't deserve the love is so true, So it all comes down to that. I think it's very important to be selective of who you're going to give your love to, because otherwise a lot of people will take advantage of you because of that.
Can I explain to you? Like, first, we give love to everyone.
Yes.
Okay. And when you give the love, the feedback will be love, respect. But the feedback, you are devil, you are use them, you will continue to give love to them or not? Be honest.
No, I won't give if people keep giving it up.
For example, to poor Halo, God rest her soul in peace. Okay. I never met her, but from her word, I know who she were. She is very good person. If someone say one word bad about her, oh my gosh, he will deserve what he will get from me.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, we will show him love? No, because he never know this person. And he told that. Nowadays, a lot of people, they don't know you and they twist your love to other things.
Yes.
And this, for me, if you twist it for yourself, twist your mind. Like here, the doctor, nerve twisted in the brain, and there is no treatment.
Yes, you're right.
I believe this terminology in relation with these people. There is, if something twisted on the brain, there is no treatment. Let it twist it. So don't waste your time with this. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
For me, like I believe what the Tongan doctor said, but not in medicine, not in medicine. Okay. But in reality,
Dr.
you
Ray,
feel like, yeah.
Go ahead, but finish up that before I.
Some terminology, it's not applicable in something, but yes, you found there is something twisted. Even it's
no
not
treatment.
Because now the people, they said, Dr. Ray said there is a nerve twisted in the brain. No, I never said that. But what sometimes we face, we really believe there is something twisted, but the fact twisted in the brain.
Yes.
And when the fact twisted in the brain, okay.
Facts, yeah.
If someone come to you, I'm stupid. Are you spend your time to make him smart? No. Like in the class, you found some students, they understand the subject, 10%, some 50%, some 100%. But if all the students in your class understand 5%, that's not their fault, it's your fault. But if you have this time, student under 100%, 90%, 80%, 50%, it's not your fault here, because you try to preach, to explain more and more. But when someone you explain one, twice, third, fourth, it will end up you here, massive headache. You waste your time, and then you will get high blood pressure because he's not understanding you. Then heart attack or stroke, you will get sick, not him, because he's still stupid. But you, the one, will get sick.
Yes.
I wanna, can I say something, Lynette, really fast?
Go ahead.
I really think when you mentioned that about, if you hear anybody say, I think that our mindset is different, right? You could tell the difference when someone is talking to you stupidly, right? You know, with Dupo, we already have a very good concept of who Dupo is. Very solid, right? But it can influence a person with good minds if that person keep pushing her agenda. But you're right. Oh my gosh, you just hit the
You know,
Faaumu-Niutei on the head.
one of the things, Dr.
Some
Ray, that I
people
wanted to
behind.
emphasize.
Yeah. Okay.
One of the
You
things
go.
that Dr. Ray I wanted to emphasize this in Tongan because it's very important that our Tongan viewers is, you know, na nelave mai ki mo Brenda. O na pehe time ko hanga hata ha to fai ha me a kovi ka koe. O fema ke eke ko ke to ta ko ya.
Why? Iyo.
Ma ha o hinga ne hanga fai pehe ka koe. O kwa te hanga kita o pa more I mau pe. Ka fema ke te hanga kita eke ki ai ko ha o hinga ko fai pehe ka koe.
Iyo.
Ka wangai ka ne lau ko ne nai. O time la he ta ofa ke ka kai. Ka wana to mioi. Ka fai lea ko mioi. Dr. Ray, the Tongan word for twist is mioi.
Mioi?
Mioi, yes.
Yes.
Like
So when
twist.
people twisted, I bet that I'm go.
Okay.
Mioi. I for in the abejo to atamai to I take it mioi. Yeah. He go inga he go he fu o mau inga au pito pe ya Brenda he go ka de la go o kapa te fai at pe kita o fa ka hanga pe na tolo o ta palasia te o fa hoko de mai ko kita par ma te toto malunga kita pa te suka kita pa te maki mafu kita ya ka pe liliu to ta go. So it's very important, Dr. Ray, to detox that communication. If you keep on giving the love and then they don't care, and you're right, it's so important that I think it's about time to detox that relationship and make sure that you know there's a better communication.
I tell you what.
All come back to hearing, to listening.
The healthy thing when you do something, you need to get the feedback from the people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if the feedback come wrong, maybe you share your love in a wrong way, they're not understanding. Okay. So even giving love with limit. You can't give everything. No, that's not the Bible. Okay. So everything must be with limit. Even, you know, if you, all the people knows me here in Tonga or in Egypt or in Australia, they knows me. I give from my heart. But when this person, he don't deserve it, stop. That's it. Like you have the tap and the tap closed. But in fact, you close it by your hand, not me.
Yes. Ayak mawinga ete fo aki ke te whakatangata pe o hangeka de lau. I mean, he wai pahinga te whakatika kia o kai pe ke aha aonga ete whakatanga.
No appreciation, yeah.
Peke ha appreciation ya he me ya, yeah. Ayak mawinga o pito. Kako me ko ne la pe kia I. Ko time ko to pe te wha whake. O mawinga te hanga o ilo ko ha feedback ato ta ko ya, Kapag ko may feedback kia o COVID, kamay na lang ito taga kwa ni. That is very good, Dr. Ray. Important to have feedback, and if the feedback comes back negative, these people don't deserve the empathy.
And that's why Jesus asked, you know, did Jesus need any feedback? No, but sometimes he make a stop and he asked the close people to him what the people thought of me.
Yes.
That's very important to know. Is love going to how many people enter? Jesus already knows, but he wants to know from the close.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ay ka mama ka kanya to ta ay to nga ka na fay ko sisu na ne eke gele kawa ko nga ka ha pa ka kai kia te ya ay mo inga ke te nga iloi ay feedback ato ta ko ke ete fa kau he ko nga he ku mo inga e wifi nga ko ke na te serve na to ete ofa Okay, Dr. Ray.
Wow.
I think the empathy is clear now.
Yeah.
I think our next one will be the.
Okay, before we go, so what is the empathy? Can you just like, because when we start, we have 3 different vision, but I want to see now it's 1 vision or still 3.
One.
I
think
remember
it should be
Brenda
1.
said you confused me. I remember when Brenda said you confused me. So now my question to Brenda, are you still confused or it's clear?
No, I'm not. I'm very clear. It's,
Not confused anymore?
no, because
Perfect.
sometimes you have tunnel vision of what your mind tells you to do. You just need to back off and
Clarify.
rethink it again. Because Emeline knows sometimes I ask her very solid questions about certain things. And when she explained it to me, now I know I wanna go on because now I know. It's not the twist in my head. No.
But I tell you, if you think about it, empathy, that's because of the vision. So
Yeah.
every time you need to see if your vision same as your group vision or different.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
empathy,
Yeah.
you know?
I'm good.
Yeah.
But you know
Perfect.
how important your simplicity on things. You simplify it by giving all the examples that Jesus, who would give us a better way of doing that than you and the men that we love the most,
Yeah.
You
I
Dr. Ray,
clarify.
Dr.
Yeah.
Ray, listening to you, because now I'm always like a person is give all the time. And then
And then you
that's
blame
how I
yourself
end up
all
in
the time.
trouble. Yeah, that's how I'm in trouble with my relationship, because I'm always like give. But learning tonight is so important to get the feedback, not only to get the feedback, but many people in my circle don't deserve the time, my time and my empathy and my love, I need to detox, but one thing I tell you, when I met Master Elu the last 3 months of my life, when I met her, look at what she brought to my life. Brenda, it started out with Brenda. Brenda and I started out this radio, and then we met Master Helu, and then she brought you and Sissy and the Pastor Lucy and Caleb and all those people. But now, like, we have that vision, that one vision, and then
Compound.
that circle.
Yeah.
And I only wish that I detoxed my relationship way back in the day, because but for me, always God's timing is the right timing.
Yes.
But that's so important,
And we're lucky to have you. You have
yes,
the
Dr. Ray.
both of the 2 worlds that we need to see. The God's
Thank you.
world in you and
Malo,
your expertise. Yeah.
Yes,
malo.
and your
Let
wife,
me tell
with
you,
Liko. So it's like a full circle right now, and we are for me, we are in the right team, so.
Full circle.
when I'm 20 years old, I
Yes.
read the Bible 50 times.
Oh.
And after that, I stop count. When I'm 13 years old, I done research in the Bible, how to be a good leader.
Whoa.
The first detox in the Bible, people saw the flood, the first detox. No. The first detox, when the brother kill each other. The first detox, all his family detox. And then Chess, Adam's son, is the one called sons of God and
Seth,
all.
yeah.
And then detox when the flood happened. Then detox when the people tried to build the tower. Another detox. See how many detox happen in the Bible? Why we don't do this detox?
Yes.
Even if we are in one, but then people have sick mind. Detox. Yeah.
Yes, that's what I really learned tonight. The important to detox the relationship, because that is so important, Dr. Ray, and That's what I'm gonna.
The word itself is so high altitude.
And you know,
I always think of food, Dr. Ray, but I never thought of relationship
Yeah.
to detox, you know?
even in the Bible, if you go to the 10 Commands, that's a very high detox. Don't even share with the sinner. Don't sit with them in one table. Don't eat with them. Detox. Don't eat this type of meat. Detox. When
Whoa.
someone gets sick, put him for 2 weeks. Yeah, that's
Yes.
the first quarantine on the Exodus.
Right.
First quarantine from God. When someone sinner or sick, let him for 2 weeks away from our people,
Yeah.
from Israel. That's the first quarantine in the Old Testament.
Whoa.
See how the detox happened? And now we're doing the quarantine 2 weeks, as the God said to Moses, the prophet Moses. See, make these people away from our people for 2 weeks till they get back. And if it's not, continue quarantine. When you come from outside, wash your hand before you eat. That's in the Bible, what God tell Moses. That's a detox. That's why when Jesus was walking with all the apostolicos, the people was complaining, how come they eat without washing hands? Remember?
Yeah.
Because the detox was in the Bible. Everything we do in our life in the Bible. Because God said, the Bible is your life.
Yeah.
Because it's my word and he's the life. If you wanna see the communication between God and the people, even between the judged and the people, between the prophet and the people, you will see the very good communication, very highly communication. When Israel left Egypt, who's the light to them? God was the light, walk front of them.
Yes.
And even now, when your group, there is no light, God will be the light and he will lead you.
Yeah.
If you feel you are so dark, no vision, God will lead you. God is your vision. You got it?
Yes.
You got it.
Yes. We got that one, Dr. Ray. And you know,
Okay.
I love when I talk it. I'm going to forma ako ni na fai be heto hitapu
Yeah.
ano hai o tua ko no o tutun ko ke fana isleri ke o te ke no fata mo yang hala petan ko ko kai puke na ave quarantine he pe ata fa
Ko
ka
yeah.
ko ngai me ka to no blabe me ko ki ai ko ni bottom line ko ni ko muy pe me ha ka fola
Fola. Yeah.
ko detox ya mo inga pito pe ka ngata pe ki tau sino ka ki tau relationship pe mo
Yes.
ta ko to pe yo tau
Yeah.
kata kai ko mau inga ki tau hanga pa ngata ngai relationship ko une hanga ko we si tau mo wi e ko nga ko kai ko ni ko na 7 na to etau ofa mo etau nga we mo etau me ko to
Right.
and then back to you, Dr. Ray, because our last one in here, I think we have the last one will be the accountability. Because
we can discuss that later.
Yes, we can
Yeah,
have
we
that
can
later.
discuss those last two
We know
later.
that you're gonna be go for dinner because we don't want you to be missing your dinner
Yeah.
because I think it's late over there.
Yeah.
If you have any final word coming on, Dr.
Today.
Ray.
I'm
Yes.
I'm detoxing.
Yes, I know. I will start the detoxing on Monday, Dr. Ray, because
I will. Yeah.
traveling to Idaho tomorrow. And I will be back
Okay,
on the weekend.
I want to say something. When you detox, you can't detox all in one because your life will be miserable.
Right.
Like even in relation, you have to detox one by one. Otherwise, you create more enemy. Like today, I'm detoxing my liver. So all the day I'm detoxing my liver. Tomorrow I will detox my kidney, and then the gallbladder and the pancreas and the stomach. and then I will detox the rest. Then, like every time I will detox one, because there is the detox. It's not like what you put this like celery, carrot, or no. You have to be specific for which organ you wanna clear first, and you have to have a vision. Like for me, who's the blood supplier to all? The blood supply to all. So I do now detox the blood and the liver together. Tomorrow I will detox the kidney, and then I will detox another. Like that's the plan of detox. The end of the day, after the complete set of all your system, you shut down and then you start. If you don't shut down after detox, forget about it. The tricky thing, after you detox everything in your body, you have to restart the computer. Like you have to shut down and then you start. If you don't know how to shut down, that's it. Forget about it. All the detox you've been doing, it's go for nothing. Okay.
Okay, Dr. Ray, but you said you have to know how to shut down. So can you explain a little bit on how do you shut down that?
The
have a
body
2 minute for
or
that?
the
Yes.
relation?
The body. Because I want to do that detox next week.
Okay. First of all, we do the preparation of detox. So the preparation of the detox take 1 day. That's how you clean your liver. And before you do the detox, you need to clean your blood. Otherwise, the toxin, it will be carrying from like the liver, the pancreas, the stomach to the blood. I need to clean the delivery. So I need to clean my blood, okay, from anything. So when I start the detox, the blood already clean. Whatever come as a detox from any organs, it will come to the blood, then to the kidney. So today I'm cleaning my blood, okay? And then tomorrow I clean the kidney because that's the filter. So whatever happened after that, the kidney will be already cleaned, blood will be clean. So I will not put pressure on my kidney. Some people, they do detox, they end up with kidney problem. Some people do detox, end up with liver problem or liver damage.
What's the appropriate way for your blood?
Before I do the appropriate way, I drink water and beetroot only. Like I eat raw beetroot. If you can't find raw beetroot, you can just get the beetroot from the cans. But for me, I eat it raw. Okay, that's how you clean the blood.
1 day?
1 day, no food, no and nothing. So for 1 day, you have the water and the beetroot only. Okay, that's how you clean the cholesterol, how you clean the unwanted fat.
Okay.
Okay, that will stable your blood sugar.
Okay.
And it will give you all the minerals you need to be ready. Okay, and it will be benefit for your liver too.
Okay.
Then the second day, you will clean your kidney. You will have a dandelion. You can get the dandelion tea, or you can get the dandelion from your grass. In fact, in European country, Australia and America, the dandelion, they get the poison to poison this unwanted grass, but the dandelion, it's very highly recommended to detox your kidney. So even you can go to the supermarket, you can get the dandelion root or dandelion tea, and you drink. Yeah, but for me, we have a lot of dandelion here in Tonga, so I will get it and tang, eat, and with the beetroot. So tomorrow I will add to the beetroot and water dandelion and oregano and parsley and coriander. So tomorrow I will add dandelion, parsley, coriander, and oregano. If there is no dandelion, it's okay. You can continue with the coriander and parsley and the oregano. And then after tomorrow, which is day 3 of the detox,
You make it tea? You make a tea out of all that? Or you
no,
boil
the
it?
dandelion, you can buy the dandelion tea. Or
Okay.
you just, no, with the parsley, coriander, you can eat it raw, like salad.
Raw.
Oh,
Okay.
like a salad. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then in this day, tomorrow, by the second day of the detox of the kidney, you have to add before you sleep 1 glove of garlic. Okay.
Garlic?
1 glove of garlic, because
Okay.
the garlic will stimulate the creatine level in your kidney, and that's you will have a healthy kidney.
Okay.
Okay. The third day, now you will have, this is a very disgusting thing. You will have 1 cup of olive oil, and
Okay.
you squeeze 1 lemon and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. You mix it together and drink. And you continue with the water and the beetroot and the parsley, coriander and oregano and the dandelion if you have. But you just add this one, because this one here, it will clean the unwanted fat, okay, in your body, and it will clean your gallbladder.
Okay, this is the 1
Okay.
cup of olive oil, 1 lemon,
1 lemon.
and what?
1 teaspoon of cinnamon. That's the third day of detox.
Yeah, teaspoon.
But one thing, from day 1,
Yeah.
like today I have digestive enzyme. Like you need to take digestive enzyme 3 times a day. Okay, so you need to buy digestive enzyme. Okay, and then day 4, you will have probiotic in the morning. That's the good bacteria.
Yeah, the probiotic.
Yeah, first day, second day, third day, you make the bad bacteria in your gut, in your intestine, in your body very weak, very weak. And now you have the good bacteria come. You start from the 4th day to get the good bacteria. So it will be easy for the good bacteria to eat the bad bacteria.
Right.
Okay.
But the 4th day, you will not have the olive oil.
Okay.
Okay. But you replace the olive oil with avocado. Now you add the good fat. Okay. And you continue with the diet. See, now you add one thing to the rest. And then the 6 days, day number 6, probiotic, digestive enzyme, and water only. No beetroot, no celery, no coriander, nothing.
I missed the day 5.
How many days you have?
Is that day 5 that you just put in the probiotic?
That's 4.
Okay.
Enzyme, what
You
is,
what?
where does enzyme goes? Day 4?
Is it day 5?
Okay, the digestive enzymes that help the gut to build the digest. So if you have a stomach issue for digestion,
yeah,
when you eat, you get like bloated in the stomach. So you already have the digestive enzyme go to the stomach by itself with raw food like beetroot, coriander, parsley. That will help the gut. We do like the gut lining.
Yeah.
Day 6, that's how we shut down our body. We just have water by itself and digestive enzyme and the probiotic only.
Okay.
In fact, you will go to day 6, maybe half day, and you found yourself in the bed. If someone asks you what's your name, it will be hard to remember. So usually day 6, when you shut down your body, it will be benefit if you be in your home, do nothing. Because if you walk in the street, I'm telling you, you can pass your home 100 times, and every time you focus, I want to go to my home. And in fact, you pass the home and come back. Oh my gosh, because everything starts to shutting down, even your memory. Okay. So day 6, you just stay in your home, drink water, have digestive enzyme and probiotic. And now you will see yourself suddenly, after your memory and everything start to be shutting down, you will be asleep and you wake in day 7. You have a fresh body.
Whoa.
Sharp memory, perfect in your stomach, everything is start anew. See, this when the God in Genesis created the world in 6 days. Every day he makes something. Yeah. In Detox, 6 days every day you do something. And then what happened? Day 7 he is rest. So what happened? Day 6, that's how we shutting down the system. And day 7, definitely you'll see yourself rest. And now day 8, you start your week with very powerful, sharp, clear mind, memory, and all the organs and the system in your body, and you to start.
Very nice.
So see, even the detox, like Genesis, when the God created in 6 days and day 7 rest, the day 6, that's how we shut down the system. And then day 7, when you wake up, you find yourself, wow. Even day 6, you find like your power is, it's very less. But day 7, you wake up with full power. Full power. You never thought what the power come from. And then you do whatever you want.
And I know you're gonna be. You have this detail on your website, Dr. Ray.
No, because I tell you what, if someone have a kidney failure, the detox just for kidney, it will be different. Not in that's what I'm saying. Like when you do detox, what you want to do. If you want to just liver detox for people who have liver damage, people have kidney, you want to do detox for kidney only. You want to do detox for people who have cancer, because each detox is different. For me, I'm not sick, but I'm the one do it for all my body. I'm not sick. I just want to keep myself healthy, But for people they have disease, the detox will be different because the view is different. Remember, the view is different.
Yes.
This detox not for, because what happened, rather to have 6 days, I will have a 6 days detox for kidney only. That's a different story. Then I will shut down and start. Okay. So people with liver, people they have like hepatitis, I have to do a detox for 6 days. And then the way we swap, and then the hepatitis is type B. I'm talking about hepatitis B, hepatitis A, hepatitis D for Delta, hepatitis F. Okay. I'm not talking, the only thing hepatitis C. This the one take long and long time. But hepatitis A, hepatitis B, hepatitis D, is F. Okay. All this, it's different detox.
It's cleaning the bloodstream,
Yeah.
The first day. I like it. I like it because you can tell if it goes into your system on the first day, it doesn't feel right, then you can call Dr. Ray.
Yes, I go get detox
When you go to Dr. Google, you will see hundreds and thousands of different type of detox. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But when you know exactly what you do, that's when you have a
Yes.
Yes.
It's
Then I
important to
will tell
consult
you.
with Dr. Ray.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Some people, they have thyroid issue. So the
Yeah.
detox for thyroid will be different. You know, some people have another thing. So everything we have a detox special for them. According to your blood type and your goal, your view. If you want to achieve something, you have to have a proper detox for it, with organized, okay? Because a lot of people, they go to have like a green tea detox, but I'm telling you, the green tea detox is very dangerous. Because I'm telling you, if it's not controlled by a doctor, within 1 month you will have a severe liver damage of the green tea.
I lost a friend to green tea.
Yeah.
Detox.
So, yeah.
No,
the green
he
tea
was not
detox,
detoxing. He went and drank a lot of green tea
yeah, because the
every
green
moment.
tea is detox. No, green tea is detox. That's why
Oh,
I said I start to clean my blood and my liver to be ready for what will happen next day and third day. But people, they have green tea. They said, oh, green tea is benefit. Drink.
yeah,
Okay.
wrong.
They will kill themselves.
Yeah.
Because the green tea, it's highly detox, and that will concentrate all the toxin to the liver. Now end up with liver damage, and that's it. No treatment, and people die.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Very good,
Okay,
doctor.
very good,
Oh
Dr.
my
Ray.
gosh, thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you so much, you know, because
You're
we
welcome.
I guess we'll end with the detox this week because like I said, don't go to detox until you consult with Dr. Ray or you consult with your doctors before you
Yeah.
yeah, it's very
Yeah.
important. Eh?
Yeah, but I tell you, I want to come back to our tribe just before I go. Some people do detox in the wrong way, like when they take decision, then the other person come and cry and I'm sorry and la la la, and they kiss each other, and then that's it. No, that's not a detox. Detox. That's it. You need to get rid of.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, it's so
Anything
important.
before I go?
No, you're
no,
good.
You're good, Dr. Ray.
Okay.
This is
All
a
right.
very good
Thank
night
you.
for me. Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming in, and we appreciate
Malo
your input
Saipe.
every time.
Hello,
Eh?
Fatu.
Malo
Fatu.
Fatu Saipe. Say hi to Sisi.
Bye to
Bye.
Sisi. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye, Dr. Ray. Bye. I have a detox ko ni ko ki relationship I detox pa to my pet to ta ka fai tangi pa he what I relationship fema with detox is a detox eh
Kay ke firma itangin mo ko ficar mo.
Oh, yeah. Brenda, I think I found the song that you
Iyo.
I think,
Mahal ko for even fatagi taki polo kalamo ko no insurance.
yeah, I think
I like that. Iyo.
we can play that song and
Iyo, malo.
break. I think it's this one.
Yes.
Oi, ola, oi, tama.
Okay, we're back. So I guess that's a little recap tonight, Brenda. Kita osaki ko mauinga au pito ay taki mo ay kagay tangata pag tawa pe film to kita. It's a very important stuff, eh?
Iyo.
Ay nataw kamata kipe ay
Communication.
communication ni petaw how
Yeah.
ke viso ne ay mauinga kita taw etaw viso ne pero empathy.
Empathy.
Ay nataw ay ko pe nataw kata pe ay
Iyo.
yes.
Ka fuloloto atu ni tuku atu
Yes.
eh.
Nice.
Really nice.
Very. So while I'm trying to look at our last playlist, you can share something and give more housing.
Yeah. Oku kai oku enlightening eh. Te
Yes.
maue ai mo ui fo o mo te whakauka fo o. I hono vilohi mai he toke tae ngahi mea koe nia. Oku tanu mia pe ia he tau mo ui whaka aho, you know.
Oh yeah.
Pea kai ke tau whaafkatoka ngai o tau tono no, he?
Yes.
Tau ne hanga o toi puta mama ki he mea ko toa pe koe ni oku whaafo ofa au pito, you
Oh
know.
yeah.
Koe ako mahu inga.
Kako mauinga pe ay kakingata pe detox o tau sino kako detox e tau relationship, eh?
Yes.
I learned that very important tonight, eh?
Iyo.
Kamuani au pito heku ko teka time lahi ang ko time lahi I've been in a lot of relationship. I've been taking I think taking advantage of it, but now
Iyo.
it's because I allowed that, eh?
Iyo ala. Iyo.
Detox eh ngahi relationship ko na ton ko ke detox eh. So
Iyo. Ngone au pito.
but
Mantu ko
yes.
mantu ko taimi pe taha he tau mo uina tau very immature. Eh?
Right.
Iyo.
Yes.
Aren ki he tau o lava ki tau solidifying ai mea kotoa, eh?
Kag mauinga au pito, eh?
Pato e whetongi.
Oh,
Whetongi
yeah.
mo e tuunga e kai ke maa usia. Eh?
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Kage ko Emeline Faaumu-Niutei como Jose Pokoni.
Brenda Kongaika. Malo mo
Seattle, Washington. Malo mo me mai ka lawe tau programa ke pepini. Pa taki mo ka kai tangata. Mo me a.
Kau tawa lepe amotaka unowe tau rululu whakamamae kau kalo ane au ki he oli o te tuli hopo e ngaru Fafine tau tawa lepe amotaka unowe tau rululu whakamamae kau kalo ane au ki he oli o te tuli hopo Talakai Faaumu-Niutei Samoe huni oe o tulotoa Pehi mono no pokau alu hehe ku ofa o wakai e hopo aela
Te whamanata dai peke mo subscribe mai ke mau YouTube pe mai Rumble senola. Ke mo te whanango ke ngahi programa koe ni. Pe mo mea tua o whātu.